We measured success by the things I could buy. Nobody measured the nights asking why. I carried a future my shoulders couldn't hold, smiling in public while my spirit felt cold. I learned that applause can disappear overnight, so I stopped chasing crowds and started chasing light. The people who doubted became part of my fuel. Pain became my teacher, suffering my school. I buried old versions that couldn't survive, just so the stronger one could finally arrive. Some days I walk with confidence, other days I crawl with faith. But movement is movement, even when nobody celebrates the pace. My mind said quit, my heart whispered just one more step. Fear screamed louder than both of them still. I moved, not because I felt brave, because I got tired of letting fear write every chapter. Every panic attack felt like the world was ending. Every lonely night felt like forever, but forever never came. Morning always did. Maybe that's what hope really is. Not seeing the sunrise, believing it'll show up even when the sky is black. Funny how the people who promised forever were temporary. The ones who said I got you couldn't even stay. When life got heavy, I stopped begging people to understand my pain. Some lessons can only be learned by bleeding through them. Now I don't fear losing people, I fear losing myself, trying to keep them. One day I looked at every scar, not with shame but gratitude, because every wound that didn't kill me left behind evidence that I survived. I'm no longer asking, why did this happen? I'm asking, who am I becoming because of it? That's when healing finally started. Not when life got easier, but when I stopped letting pain tell me who I was. People think winning is loud, sometimes winning is whispering, I made it, to yourself when nobody else is around. Sometimes victory looks like forgiving, sometimes it looks like getting back up after the 100th fall. Sometimes it looks like choosing hope when hopelessness feels more comfortable.
Those victories
Never trend,
but they change lives.
but they change lives. If you're listening thinking you're too broken, too late, too damaged, here is the chapters that hurt the most. Usually come right before the pages that change everything. Don't let your worst moment become your permanent address. You were built for more than survival. You were built to become proof that even invisible battles can produce unstoppable people. What's one battle you fought in silence that nobody around you ever knew about? Tell your story below. Someone reading it today might realize they aren't fighting alone. They knew how to laugh. They never met the one who stared at the ceiling at 3 in the morning, negotiating with tomorrow. I became an actor in my own life, standing ovations for performances nobody asked me to give them one day. I got tired of pretending strength and started building it, not overnight, not all at once, just one honest step after another. I wrote apologies to people who never apologized to me. I replay conversations trying to fix endings that were never mine to control. The hardest truth I swallowed was realizing closure isn't always given. Sometimes you build it yourself, brick by brick, prayer by prayer, tear by tear, until peace feels stronger than revenge ever could. The scar says you survived betrayal. This one whispers you kept going anyway. Another reminds me you almost quit, but you didn't. Pain wanted to become my identity. Instead it became my testimony. Every room that tried to silence me ended up giving me another reason to speak louder. Speak louder. The next storm arrived, expecting the same broken person. It didn't know I had changed. It came with fear, I answered with faith. It came with doubt, I answered with discipline. It came trying to steal my future, but it found someone who had already survived worse days than this one. The storm stayed longer than I wanted, but it left before I did. Nobody celebrates. Nobody celebrates the hours you spend
spent rebuilding yourself. The phone calls you never made, the tears were wiped away alone. The promises you kept to yourself. Character isn't built when life applauds you, it's built when nobody's watching and you still choose to become better. I blame the world for battles that started inside me until I stood face to face with the man in the mirror. He wasn't my enemy, he was waiting for me to finally believe he deserved another chance. That day everything changed, not because life got easier, because I stopped fighting myself and started fighting for myself.
If pain could speak, it would have told me this is where your story ends. I'm glad I never listened, because every chapter you called my ending became the introduction to someone stronger. The tears became wisdom, the losses became direction, the silence became focus, and the person who almost disappeared became proof that hope survives. The battle you fight in silence today may become the testimony that gives someone else the courage to survive tomorrow. If you're still here, your story is still changing. The darkest room, the darkest room I ever walked into wasn't made of walls, it was built from every sentence I never forgave myself for. Every mistake echoed louder than every accomplishment. Every compliment felt borrowed, every failure felt permanent. I became fluent in doubting my own future, until one morning I realized the same voice telling me you'll never make it had been wrong every single day that I was still standing. Nobody signs your cast when your bones aren't broken. Nobody asked how your soul is healing. They only see the smile, not the battle it took to wear it. I stopped expecting the world to understand me. Some chapters can only be read by people who've cried the same tears. If you've ever felt invisible, maybe you've been seen by more strangers than you realize.
Rock bottom never introduced itself, it just quietly became my address. Days blurred together, dreams collected dust. Hope became something I remembered instead of something I felt. Then I learned seeds don't grow on the mountain, they grow buried in darkness. Maybe being buried wasn't the end, maybe it was preparation. I carried expectations that nobody actually placed on me. I became my own judge, my own jury, my own executioner. I demanded perfection from a person who was simply trying to survive.
Then grace whispered, you don't have to earn the right to keep going. That sentence changed everything.
I kept asking,
Why is heaven so quiet?
then I remembered
Silence
doesn't always mean absence. Sometimes
the strongest roots.
grow underground where nobody applauds them.
Maybe,
The answer wasn't delayed,
maybe
I was becoming someone who could finally carry it.
The people who only knew my worst season wouldn't recognize me now, not because life became easier, because I stopped letting pain introduce me. Now scars speak before fear does. Now courage walks where doubt used to live. I didn't erase my past, I built on top of it, brick by brick, lesson by lesson, until the same foundation that almost buried me became the reason I could finally stand taller. If tomorrow tries to convince me I'm not enough, I'll answer with every sunrise I've already survived. Because my story was never about avoiding storms, it was about learning that even lightning can't stop a heart that refuses to quit. Final common punchline. If your invisible battle made you stronger instead of stopping you, finish the sentence in the comments. The battle nobody heard taught me. Your words could become the hope someone else needs today. Every day I survive a battle nobody even knows exists. You looked at me and called me strong, but strength gets lonely when it lasts too long. I learned to smile with my teeth locked tight, so nobody noticed I was losing every night. I became an expert at hiding the cracks, putting on confidence, covering facts. Every "I'm okay" was another disguise, while storms kept flooding behind my eyes. Some mornings I woke up already tired, running from thoughts that never retired. My own reflection became a stranger. Every heartbeat whispered danger. People only clap when you're standing tall. Nobody hears the silent fall. The loudest screams don't always shout. Sometimes they're the ones that never come out. I carry tomorrow inside broken hands, trying to hold together impossible plans. If you ask me then I'd probably tell you I was fine, 'cause pain gets exhausting when you explain it every single time. How do you fight an enemy wearing your own face? How do you run when the prison is inside your brain? I'm fighting a war you can't hear. Every heartbeat disappears in the fear. I smile so nobody asks what's wrong, but I've been breaking for so long. If you've ever cried without making a sound, then maybe you've lived where I've been found. I remember praying, not for money, not for fame, just one peaceful night. One night, without replaying every mistake. One night, without wondering if I was enough. One night, without carrying yesterday like chains. But my memories became judges. Every failure testified, every regret reopened trials that I thought had finally died. I kept comparing chapter 2 to somebody else's chapter 20, wondering why my road stayed empty while theirs looked full already. I blame myself for things that weren't even mine to carry. Sometimes the hardest apology is the one you owe yourself. Maybe the strongest people aren't fearless. Maybe they're just exhausted and still refuse to quit. I'm fighting a war you can't hear. Every heartbeat disappears into fear. I smile so nobody asks what's wrong, but I've been breaking for so long. Tell me, have you ever lost yourself while pretending everything was okay? The mirror asked, who are you becoming? I couldn't answer because survival changes your voice. Pain changes your posture, silence changes your soul. People celebrated victories they could photograph. Nobody celebrated the mornings I simply chose to stay alive. Some battles don't earn trophies, some victories look like getting out of bed, and maybe that's enough. If you're hearing this, stop pretending you're alone. Someone else knows exactly what your silence sounds like. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to survive today. Tomorrow, we'll fight again together. I stopped asking, why me? I started asking, what can this pain build? Because fire doesn't only destroy, sometimes it forges. Every scar became another sentence, every tear became another lesson, every setback became another page. Now when life says you'll never recover, I answer, watch me. I am not the anxiety, I am not the depression, I am not the betrayal, I am not my worst day. I'm the man who survived all of them, and if you're still breathing, then your story isn't over either. I'm fighting a war you can't hear, but today fear didn't win. The storm still came, the memories still hurt, the tears still fell, but so did I. Onto my knees instead of into defeat. If the song feels like it was written about your life, don't keep it inside.
Don't keep it inside.
Tell your story,
Because the battle you're hiding
might be the hope someone else has been praying to hear.